Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Sending that right foot back. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to yoga. My name is Alexis Faye, and I am so glad that you joined me today. We are going to be doing a yoga for cyclists. So this will be great for post long bike rides or between bike rides, or it'll be great for just anyone wanting to get an extra stretch down the back of the body. We're gonna begin by finding our mountain pose, bringing ankles under knees, under hips, picking up the toes. We'll spread them out wide and set them back down. A single roll back and down through the shoulders, closing the eyes, taking a few deep breaths here. Beautiful. Stepping the feet a little further apart, moving to our happy elephants. We'll let the arms sway side to side, lifting the back heel as we turn. And letting the arms run out of momentum, coming to rest by our side. We'll walk the feet back into a comfortable spot. And then we're going to take two fingers, our pointer and our ring finger on one of our hands. We're going to put it to our chin. From here, we're going to push the chin back, so we have a couple extra chins going on. Pushing the chin back, and then dropping the top of the head forward. You should feel a nice stretch across the upper back in this pose. And from here, we can do a little bit of side-to-side movement, or put the hand on the top of the head to press down a little more. And the neck and upper back feel adequately stretched out. We'll make our way back to our mountain pose and heel toe the feet out a little further. We're going to bring toes in towards center, heels pointed a little further away from the body, so we have an internal rotation to the legs to begin with. And with our exhale, we'll hinge forward at the waist and find our wide-legged forward fold. To start out, we'll keep a nice flat back, and so our eyes are just a little ways out in front. And do a little swaying side to side or shifting forward and back, starting to warm up those legs. With our next exhale, we're going to hinge a little farther forward and dropping the top of the head towards the floor. Nodding the head yes, shaking the head no, allowing the upper body to hang. From here you can bring the hands to the ankles or keep them underneath of you. And we'll find a little bit of a sway side to side. With our next inhale, finding our half high, flattening out the back again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching tall with the arms, moving to our star pose. Taking the arms wide, lifting the chest and the eyes to the ceiling. Exhale, bringing the arms in, heel toeing in towards center. We're gonna drop down onto our mat. Taking our right leg out to the side. So bending at the left knee, toes point behind the body. We'll take the hands one step further out in front, and we're gonna find a forward and back shift with our weight and with our hips. If you'd like, that right foot can roll up to the ceiling or stay down on the mat, whatever feels right. So we're working on trying to find a stretch across the outsides of the legs, the backs of the legs, and then the insides of the legs as we shift. So trying to really slow down any movements, noticing if there's any areas that we feel a little extra tension or tightness, and taking a moment to sit there with that feeling as we allow it to disperse or to soften. Good. I'll bring the right leg into the body and switch sides, taking the left leg out. And same thing on this side, shifting forward and back, wiggling around a little bit, noticing where our tension or tightness in the body is. Walking the hands into the body, we'll bring that left leg back in, sitting on the heels. We can tuck the toes under if we need a little extra space through the legs here, or keep the tops of the feet flat to the floor. Taking a moment to sit tall here, stretching out the knees and the tops of the legs. We'll take the hands out in front of the body, taking the knees underneath the hips. We're gonna find some cat-cows through the body here with an inhale, taking the eyes and the tailbone up, dropping the stomach. Exhale, arching up through the spine, bringing the chin and the chest and the tailbone under. Moving back and forth with the breath. Again, really slowing down this movement and noticing how it feels, how we're moving. If there's any other movements that we're craving here. Coming back to our tabletop, we'll walk the hands in a little closer towards the body so we can take the knees to the outer edges of the mat. We'll bring the big toes in till they touch, planting the left hand in front of us. With our inhale, we'll take the right arm up to the ceiling and thread it through the left side of the body, bringing the shoulder down first and then the side of the face. We can lay here, letting the left shoulder soften down towards the right arm, or we can press through the left hand to give us a little more of a twist. Pressing down through the left hand, unthreading the right, sending it back up to the ceiling, and releasing it down. Inhale, left arm reaches tall, and exhale, threads through the right side. Shoulder down first, and then side of face. Pressing down through the right, unthreading the left, sending it back up, and releasing it down. Bringing the knees back to a comfortable spot. We'll take the hands one step further out in front of the body, tucking the toes under, pressing the hips up and back behind us, down dog. From here, we can put as much bend to the knees as we need. So we can press the heels to the floor or bend in the knees, sending the tailbone up and back behind us. Pedaling out through the legs here. We'll extend the left leg back behind us and step it up to the hands. Finding a full breath in here and an even bigger breath back out. With our exhale, dropping the right knee down. We're gonna move back and forth between our low lunge, sending those hips forward, and our half splits, sending the hips behind us and softening forward towards that left leg. You can move back and forth with the breath, or again, move at whatever pace feels right to you today. Shifting forward to our low lunge again. We're going to bring our left hand to the inside of our left leg. From here, we can walk that left foot out a little bit further or out a little bit in front of the hands, or we can just press the knee away from the body. Finding our lizard pose here, long through the spine. Shifting our hips back behind us, giving us a little more space. We'll tuck the right toes under, pressing back up to our lunge, sending that left leg back behind us and to our down dog. Now sending the right leg behind the body and stepping it to the hands. Full breath in, even larger breath back out. Exhale, dropping the left knee down. Again, back and forth between our low lunge, sending the hips forward, and our half splits, extending out through the right leg, folding forward. Shifting forward to our low lunge again, bringing the right hand to the inside of our right knee, and we'll find that lizard pose. We can walk the foot to the outer edge of the mat or up towards the top of the mat, or gently press the knee away from the body. Shifting the hips behind us, walking that right foot back into frame out, be framed out by the hands, tucking the left toes under back to our lunge, sending that right leg behind us, hips go up and back, down dog. Putting a bend to the knees, we'll drop them down to the mat, crossing one ankle over the other, rolling our way back to sit on the mat. Taking both legs out in front of the body, we'll give them a nice wiggle and out. With our exhale, we're going to hinge at the waist, rolling forward. Inhale. Rolling up the spine, extending out through the top of the head, taking the eyes out in front of the toes. Exhale, curling in towards the body. So inhale to extend, exhale to soften and curl, finding almost a wave motion to the body. With our inhale, we'll walk up part of the way. So we're not squished down anymore, but we're finding a comfortable spot where we're still getting a little bit of stretch in the legs. We're gonna roll the legs in towards center. So we're pointing forward with the big toes. We're getting a little internal rotation here and noticing how it feels through the bottoms of the feet and up the legs. Now rolling the feet, so we're pointing forward with the pinky toes, and our legs are kind of rolling away from each other. And again, noticing how it feels through the bottoms of the feet and up the legs. Bring the feet so they're flat in front of us. We're going to point the toes away from the body. Maybe feeling a stretch up the tops of the feet, up to the shins. And then pointing the toes straight up to the ceiling, engaging through the legs. So the kneecaps pull in towards the body slightly. The heels might lift off the mat, they might not. And maybe now feeling a stretch across the backs of the legs. Inhale, sitting up the rest of the way. We're going to bring the left leg down to the mat in front of us to help with stability. And we're going to bring the right knee in towards the body. So taking the right arm long, alongside the knee, and then hugging it in like we're holding a baby. Our left hand will hold onto the foot. We can either lock with the toe or wrap the hand around the foot, whatever feels right. And we're gonna just rock our hip side to side a little bit. Trying to take the effort out of the hip. So the hip isn't doing much but being moved by the upper body. So we're not trying to rotate or anything. We're just trying to circle the hip around. Finding a figure 4. So setting the ankle or just above the ankle onto our left leg. We'll take the hands back behind us and bring that left leg a little closer towards the body. Now we can find a little bit of a sway side to side with the hips. We can drop the hips all the way down to the left side and feel a stretch along the right glute or just a little bit of movement. Scooting that left leg a little further out in front so we can slide the right leg off. This time doing the left leg, so stretching the left arm out long, grabbing for that left foot, and taking the right hand to the foot. Again, we'll do a little rocking of the hip side to side, maybe doing some circles. But trying again not to move from the hip. We're moving the hip, we're not working the hip. Making our figure 4 again, setting the left leg down, crossing the shin, and walking the right foot into the body. Again, we can find a little sway side to side, or we can drop the hips all the way down to our right side, getting a stretch across the left glute. And then again, scooting that right foot out further to unthread the left. We're gonna lay ourselves all the way down on our backs. And bring the left knee into the chest. We'll extend the right leg long, dropping it down to the mat. And giving that left leg a big hug to the chest. We can find some more hip pulls here by placing the left palm on the kneecap and circling it around. Or we can just give it a nice big squeeze into the chest. we're going to find a real gentle twist here. Taking that left knee across the right side of the body, keeping both shoulder blades down on the mat. We might take the left arm away from the shoulder and the eyes might follow it. Bring that left knee back into the chest for another big squeeze. Before we switch sides, left goes long, right comes in. Again, we have option to place the right palm on the kneecap and find some hip circles, or to just hug the knee in close. Finding our gentle twist on this side. Taking that right knee across the left side of the body. Both shoulder blades stay down on the mat. The right arm might stretch out from the shoulder and the eyes might follow it. Bringing that right knee back in for another big squeeze to the chest. We'll bring the left leg back in as well. Hugging both knees and maybe rocking a little side to side or forward and back. And then we'll rock our way back up to seated. Closing the eyes, we'll take a large breath in through the nose, fully releasing it out as a sigh. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. I hope you found it useful. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and go in love and light. Namaste.